So I never usually know how to start a video, so I'm just going to jump right in. Today I'm going to be talking about living within the present, living within the moment, and not worrying about the past or the future. People that actually know me are going to be somewhat skeptical of what I'm talking about because they know that I have extreme anxiety and it's hard for me to focus on, the present and stay calm, but it's a work in progress. So I'm going to start off by reading an excerpt from this book. To begin with Epicureanism, it is a therapy of anguish and a philosophy which seeks, above all, to procure peace of mind. Its goal is consequently to liberate mankind from everything that is a cause of anguish for the soul. What Epicureanism proposes is a form of wisdom which teaches us how to relax and to suppress our worries. What is required, in fact, is a total transformation of our lives. And one of the principal aspects of this transformation is a change of our attitude toward time. According to Epicureanism, senseless people, that is the majority of mankind, are tormented by vast hollow desires which have to do with wealth, glory, power, and the unbridled pleasures of the flesh. This is why for the Epicureans, senseless people live in hope for the future, and since this cannot be certain, they are consumed by fear and anxiety. According to Epicurean saying, the life of a foolish man is fearful and unpleasant. It is swept totally away into the future. Thus, Epicurean wisdom proposes a radical transformation which must be active at each instant of life, of mankind's attitude toward time. We must, it teaches, learn how to enjoy the pleasure of the present without letting ourselves be distracted from it. If the past is unpleasant to us, we are to avoid thinking about it, and we must not think about the future insofar as the idea of it provokes in us fears of unbridled expectations. I've noticed so many times these days that, I and other people that I know, we just start thinking about all the things we could have done better in the past or things that we should have done and didn't even attempt. I do this all the time, thinking about situations I had that I should have said this or I should have done that or I should have said or done this differently. It's not unhealthy to think about the past. Sometimes we do need to reflect on it. Like when we do make a mistake, we need to think about what we did and how we can make it better. But I think it's getting so far into it that we let the fears and the worries and the guilt of it just eat us alive, and that's what destroys us. And then, of course, it's good to think about the future and what we're going to do. I'm in college, I have to think about, my classes I'm taking and how that's going to help me for the future. But sometimes it gets to the point where I get so engulfed in fears that I just, I can't think straight. It builds and builds and builds until, I'm freaking out. So I think it's important to step back and just appreciate where we are in the moment and just look around us and appreciate who we are, who we're with, what we're surrounded by. Like, yeah, I might be having a really crappy day. Yeah, I may have not just done too well on exam, but the sun is shining, I'm alive, I have another chance. I have right now, I just gotta breathe and it'll be fine. It's looking within each moment and seeing the infinite amount of pleasure, and it's not some like twisted sexual or bodily pleasure. It's just the pure bliss of knowing that you're alive and that you're living and you are a human, and yeah, you make mistakes, but you're here to live and to better yourself and better the world and help better others. So I think that's really important. And these days we get so caught up in the American dream and, trying to have all the wealth and all the power, and that's not why we're here. So I think it's just taking a step back and focusing on the present. And another spiritual exercise that can even be kind of intertwined with that is this practice of meditation, just learning to breathe. And I know it sounds cheesy, but just learning, I'm not talking about sitting on the ground and crossing your legs and, making some humming noise. I'm talking about just calming your mind and calming your soul and focusing and getting rid of all the extra worries, because that's what really destroys us in the end. I think that you all should take this and you all should practice it, and you all should let me know what you think about it. I want some feedback. My professor would like some feedback. So just think about that and live within the present, because the present is beautiful and you're gonna miss out if you don't appreciate it. Bye.